Hi, it's a pleasure to speak with you. This is Lisa Steinberg from Starry Constellation magazine. I really enjoyed Almost Popular. It's got something for everyone. You can relate to one of the characters or feel seen. What is it about this film that really has resonated with the three of you? And I know if one of you, Reid, if you would like to start.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think what resonated with me is, I mean, I think you worded it very well yourself that there's a character for everyone. I think there's a character that anyone can relate to, and I think what stuck out to me the most when I read the script, and it was very apparent in the film as well, is just um, is its message that it's okay to be you and it's okay to be different. It's okay to be a little weird, um, and I love that because I'm weird and I'm a little different, I guess. So I think I felt very seen myself just reading it and getting to work with these two amazing, wonderfully talented girls. I mean, they're just amazing. They made me feel even more seen while filming the movie. So it was just a very loving and healing experience. And getting to watch it, I would say I felt the same way.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I think to add on to what Reed said, just self-acceptance in general, I think is hard in all areas of life. Like even when you get older, but especially when you're young and you're naive and you think you're supposed to be a certain way. I think I could definitely relate to when I was younger and I was trying to like maybe change myself to like fit into the crowd. But you grow up and you realize the best thing to do is to just be you. So I think that was very relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm older, but I still see so much of my high school experience from watching the movie, and I can, recognize a theater kid or see, my self growth from like freshman to senior year too, and the fact that you're talking, Isabella, about, self-acceptance and kind of owning and becoming the person that you both want to be and accepting who the person that you are as just as much as well.
Right.
What is it that is about Almost Popular that kind of offers this fresh and new kind of dichotomy look into the high school experience? I mean, you obviously have this new social media era that's much different from my high school experience.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like that's such like a different like inside peek on what like kids sort of like are going through. I don't know, like I can't obviously like I'm not in high school anymore, but I cannot imagine like how hard it would be to keep up with that like socially. Even just like I mean, social media is so brutal and can be so hard and I can't imagine like that just being surrounded by your peers and I think that like I think this Almost Popular like shines light on that new experience for like a lot of kids.
Absolutely. Worded that very well. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
You all have this great comedy. There's so many great comedy elements and beats to the film, as well as its great sweetness and kind of heart as well. That mixes so and balances so well within the movie. How did you all kind of go about constructing these moments from script to screen, where we get these little beats of this humor within, of course, all this various different dramas that's going on just as much?
Gosh. I mean, I feel like my character compared to a lot of the characters in the movie was the most like grounded in a way. Like she wasn't a very big character, so it was hard trying to find areas to try comedy in. I think the writing obviously is so well done that it kind of just comes naturally. But just to speak for these two, they're absolutely hilarious in real life. So it wasn't hard, and we had the flexibility to be able to, like improvise and just riff off of each other. So being able to watch them and like see them really get into their characters and just like kind of like tease each other in a way, it was always hilarious, like everything that they did. So it wasn't hard at all.
Wait, I'm gonna piggyback on that and just say I can kind of like be shy when it comes to like improvising or like I don't know. But then I just like remember like the first couple of days on set, Reid and Bella were just like just made me feel so comfortable to like have fun and like explore. And same with like Nayup, like the director. Like I remember he always was like, make it your own. You know what I mean? Like add whatever feels like Susie, add whatever feels like Renee. Do you know what I mean? So I think with that like open door, it just like gave freedom and like I yeah.
To piggyback off of your piggyback, um, yeah, I agree, and I also think that the three of us um, clicked right away, and that's I think where the chemistry comes from is we all were very open and vulnerable with each other, and very accepting of one another. There wasn't any judgment or anything like that, or any like I'm better than you, or I mean, it was just such a loving, equal basis that we have, and that allowed us to be comfortable to be silly and to be
Mhm.
goofy and to make mistakes. Because like there would be some takes where I would improvise and say something, and I would be like, "Oh, okay, that was dumb," or "That wasn't funny. That didn't land." But I never felt like, oh man, like I wasn't super hard on myself because I was just playing around and being goofy with these two. So I think it was is definitely our connection and our friendship that
Mhm.
also I think really shines in the movie and allows us to go to those silly places while still being able to reel it back in and have those really down to earth, um, intimate moments in the
Yeah.
film.
I mean, your chemistry together just is really organic, and I really enjoyed the beats that you guys provide together, and to hear that it's so natural, it just fits so well. Seeing what we get to experience on screen, so I want to commend you all for the wonderful work that you did together here with Almost Popular.
Thank you.
And speaking of compliments, I was just actually speaking with the director, Naib, and he was just saying how you guys really kind of made him feel seen, and how he went through kind of like a spectrum of things in his high school experience. And wanted to ask a little bit about from your side of things, what kind of really impressed you the most, or what you kind of took away from getting to work so closely with him.
I mean, I'll start. I mean, I've known him like, I mean, I'm gonna be 20 in October, and I've known him since I was probably like 7 years old. And so I've just been able to like see him dream of doing this and like obviously like watching him grow in the years. I don't know. I just like went into it already having so much respect and love for Nayap, but then just like I mean every single day he showed up and like that poor man like he was working so hard every single day and there were so many moving parts and we had such a short time to film and like oh my gosh, I just think he just really was like our leader and I'm just so proud of him and this movie and I know he's like poured his whole heart into it and so I'm so happy that it's coming out and people are going to see it. I'm just so excited and so proud of him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've also known Nayab for a long time, not nearly as long, but it was always like very virtual. I'd never actually like worked with him before. And if I'm not mistaken, this is his first feature film. So it was just a wonderful experience to see him so, I mean, just so passionate about it. Like obviously when we were discussing it and, in the beginning, I knew that he was very passionate about it, but seeing it on set is a different vibe entirely. Like he has his hands in just like every area, trying his best to make sure that everyone feels okay. And he treated it like it was his baby because
Yeah.
essentially it is. And so he had the right amount of like discipline as well as like allowing us to have creative freedom. But I think that was really important, especially being disciplined because it is hard when you are working with people that you do know so well and you have known for years, to like be able to like kind of put your foot down in a way. But I mean, he's just so great and he's so talented and genuine. So it was an amazing experience.
Yeah. Um, I'll keep this short because I think they both said it perfectly. Yeah, I mean, he was incredibly passionate about the film, and it was very clear that this is his baby. I haven't known him nearly as long as they have. I met him in the audition process for the role of Bobby. Um, and we we clicked right away, and we seemed to be on the same page for his vision of the film, and I had an amazing time working with him. He really put his heart and soul into it, and I think it's very evident in the final film that there's a lot of love poured into it from everyone.
What I also love about the movie is that it gives you a chance to see that, everybody's different high school experience and maybe, like for me, like maybe I wasn't like as popular, but you get to see a popular person's perspective and you never know what someone is going through or the pressures that they face behind what we see that's presented us through the hall or like when you're spending time at school in that small window or long window as some may feel. What do you think it is that people will really kind of take away from getting to watch, or what do you hope people really kind of take away from watching and seeing these different experiences being portrayed on screen?
Probably that, like, I don't know, everybody puts a persona on, like a safety shield to like mask what they're going through. I think maybe it's even like unintentional at sometimes, but like, I mean, we definitely see it with like Vicky and her character. I've mentioned this like once before, but there's this moment at the end of the movie where Vicky and her mom, like her mom is kind of like, oh my gosh, like what are we gonna do now? Like you're no longer like Queen Bee. And she's like, it's okay. And then like I don't know, it just like humanizes her and like brings it back down to earth. And I think it's just such a good example of just showing like, hey, like sometimes you just never really know what's going on behind the scenes, or like that person could be acting this. I mean, it's very obviously overly said, but I just think it's such a good example.
Yeah, yeah. I also think something I hope people get out of it is be be gentle with people. Like you guys have said, you never know what someone's going through. And just a simple act of kindness, even just saying hi to someone that you don't normally say hi to, can totally turn someone's whole day around. So I think be gentle and be kind. And if someone is being silly and goofy, don't judge them for that. Revel in it. Be happy with it. They're being themselves, and allow someone's strength to be themselves. Allow you to strengthen yourself to be yourself. No matter how weird or goofy or whatever you may be.
Isabella, is there anything else that they didn't maybe mention that you'd like to say as well?
I mean, I guess just not putting people on a pedestal. I think especially when you're younger, you're in high school, middle school, whatever it may be, it can be really easy to like look to somebody that might be the popular kid and think that's not true. You just need to be who you are because like they said, you don't know what that person's going through behind the scenes. They can definitely just be putting on a front and probably are, and that's not real life. So just be who you are.
Amen.
Preach. Thank you. I love this.